Hey, good afternoon. This is Mike Sasser, and welcome to another edition of the Health Hour. It's actually the third show that we're doing, and boy, these weeks are just flying by. This is a live show, and we're sitting here in the beautiful downtown Conroe on a gorgeous day. Although I'd like to say that it is a little bit chilly. It got below 60 degrees, and for me and a lot of my fellow neighbors here in Texas, that's kind of cold. That's just getting back to wintertime, but beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky, and just a good day to be around. So thank you for tuning in and listening to the Health Hour. And I tell you just a little bit about the show. Again, we're a little bit new on the air, but we've been around 3 weeks now, and the Health Hour is all about talking about topics anywhere from weight loss to nutrition and just things that are happening in and around the Montgomery County local area. As far as that goes, this is internet based, so it you can listen just about from anywhere you have internet. You can listen on your phone or any type of device, as far as that goes. So that's really cool. And Dick on the controls over here is telling me that we're going to be going FM here a little bit later on in the year, maybe around April or so. So that's exciting. That'll give us a station to tune into. So a lot of exciting things happening here. But today on the Health Hour, let me tell you a little bit what I've got lined up for you. We'll be talking about some weight loss tips. And by the way, I wrote a book about a year and a half ago, and just kind of backing up a little bit. I've struggled with my weight just about all my life, off and on. Done a lot of the fad diets and exercise equipment, and spent a lot of money on gym memberships and things like that. And I just decided that it was a little better way to do it, or it had to be a better way to do it, a little more natural, if you will. And I began to do a lot of research in nutrition, and so I used myself, if you will, as a guinea pig. And I put myself through about a 60-day where I tracked all the foods I ate, everything that I drank, activities I did. And I ended up losing right at 30 pounds in 60 days, and that was a good thing. But I created some healthy habits, and here we go. Fast forward a year and a half later, I've maintained that weight, which I have never ever done in my life. And so I decided to write a book about it. The name of the book is Simple, Inexpensive, Painless Weight Loss. I did it, and you can do it. And it's I like to say it's not just another diet book out there on the market, although it has a lot of diet and nutrition information in it. But basically, it's really my true story, my how I lost the weight and how I kept it off. So that book is it's actually a published book. It's out there on Amazon and Barnes and Noble, and matter of fact, a couple of stores here locally carries it. Hastings on 105 in Conroe here, and the Book Exchange on 1097 in Willis. So that is how we kind of came up with, hey, let's get out to the community and kind of spread some health news. And so that's I guess how I kind of ended up here doing this show. But anyway, it's called the Health Hour. It's on every Wednesday. It's a live show at 1 p.m., 1 to 2 p.m. And I'd like to say that it's an hour of health news that you can use. And certainly invite you to be a part of the show. If you'd like to call in, you certainly may. That number is 936-647-3776. Or you can go to my website, which is MikeSasser.com. Of course, that's www.MikeSasser.com. And I have a Contact Mike page on there. You just click that link, and you'll find my Facebook link. You'll find my email. You'll find my Twitter. And so that way, that's just kind of the easiest place to go, and all my contact stuff is there. So anyway, let me tell you a little bit about what we have coming up on the show today. I have weight loss tips, and this is a buzzword, if you will, but superfoods. I want to cover some of the superfoods that are out there, and we'll talk about that. And then we'll come back and we'll do what I like to call the restaurant reports, and that is the Montgomery County restaurant inspection reports, the health reports. And so we look at the restaurants that are doing well, and then we look at the restaurants that maybe have a couple of things to work on. So you might want to make sure and tune in and see if your favorite restaurant is on the list this week. And then we'll take another break, come back in on a third segment, and we'll talk about the weekly grocery ads. And I tell you, this week I like to try to keep this local, so I stopped by the Willis Supermarket there on Highway 75 in Willis. Nice little supermarket, and so we'll see what they've got on sale and see what type of healthy choices are out there. And then we're going to wrap up the show with the benefits of walking. Again, if you are a exercise guru and you love the gym and spend hours at the gym and that type of stuff, that is great. Good for you. But in my own experience and in my book and what I continue to do today is all I did was walk. I have a little park not far from where I live, has some great walking paths, and I walk. I walk probably 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and I try to fit in 3, maybe 4 times a week. And that is that's kind of the extent of my exercise, or what I like to call activity. So anyway, that's what the show looks like this week, and so let's just jump right in here and talk about some of the superfoods. And when we're talking about superfoods, these are usually they are like to say natural foods, berries and things like that. But they have a lot of antioxidants. They have a lot of nutritional value. You've probably heard of, a lot of the kind of junk foods and things that have empty calories or empty nutritional value. Well, these are low-calorie foods that usually are packed with nutrition that is great for great for your body. And so I'm pulling up the website here, WebMD, and there's just so much information on nutrition and everything. I spent probably 3 or 4 months, seems like every day, just reading studies and nutrition and just the internet is just so full of it. But I want to tell you, when you do look these things up, stick with some pretty reputable type websites out there, and WebMD, that's pretty well known, and good place to start. But superfoods, it's not a drug. It's powerful enough to help lower your cholesterol, reduce the risks of heart disease and cancer. And a bonus of it says here, you can even put you in a better mood. So what's wrong with that? Nothing at all. Some of the things that they are mentioning on their website here is okay, here we go. All right. They have a list of the top superfoods offered and for health protection. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to read their list and then kind of compare it to what I put in my book. And there's a lot of them that are in there, and then I think I added a couple extra ones too. But anyway, top superfoods on WebMD is, they start off with beans, okay, as a great source of protein. If you don't particularly, or you're trying to cut back on, say, red meats or meat products and things like that, beans are a great source of protein. Blueberries, I can't say enough about blueberries. I mean, when I get up in the morning, I get a handful of blueberries, and that's the very first thing that I start my day off with, because they are just so packed with antioxidants and so many nutritional values that it's unbelievable. Broccoli, a lot of your greens, almost anything green is good for you when it comes to natural foods, whole foods. Oats, oranges, pumpkin, salmon. You see a lot of studies about wild-caught salmon having the omega-3s, which is the good fat that will definitely help you out with your nutrition. Soy, spinach. I tell you what, I love spinach. I'm almost like a Popeye when it comes to spinach. I can eat it, all the time. And another cool thing about spinach is nowadays you can get it when it's, if you don't if you don't get it fresh, you don't get it leafy, you can buy it frozen, and it's flash frozen. I was able to say it this week. Messed up that flash the whole time last week on the show. By the way, you can listen to the podcast and you can catch that. But anyway, you can get the frozen spinach and frozen vegetables, and that way, it will last a little longer. You get maybe even a few more servings per container, per bag. Tea, tomatoes, turkey, walnuts, and yogurt. And all of these are found on WebMD with a lot of other information as far as the superfoods that we're talking about. Let me just touch on yogurt for a second. You want to read the nutrition labels on yogurt, because there's so many brands and so many types of yogurt out there. If you really want to cut down on your sugar intake per day, be careful with that yogurt, because if it's already mixed, it has the fruits and the flavors mixed into it, chances are it's going to be pretty high in sugar per serving. So keep an eye on that. And in my book, Simple, Inexpensive, and Painless Weight Loss, let's just kind of compare that list, if you will. For instance, I have in here superfoods as apples, bananas, grapefruit, tomatoes, black coffee, eggs, avocado, zucchini, spinach, Greek yogurt, as I mentioned before. You might want to mix your own fresh fruit in there. We've got broccoli or cauliflower, watermelon, cantaloupe. Again, be careful with eating too much of that. It's good for you, but it does contain the watermelon, cantaloupe as well, contains quite a bit of sugar per serving and per slice. Black beans, one of my favorite, but almost any type of beans is good for you, as long as it's the beans itself. Now you get the grilled beans, where you're going to find a lot of sugar content. The canned beans, again, watch the sugar, watch the sodium as well in those. Green peas, nuts, pecans and almonds, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, jalapeno peppers. These peppers have a way of kind of supercharging your metabolism, if you will, help you burn off calories. Dark chocolate for the chocolate lovers out there. Sweet potatoes and mushrooms. Mushrooms is a great superfood for thyroid and things like that. So that's a pretty good little rundown there on superfoods. And again, you can look up a lot of this stuff on the internet and read a little bit more about what each of these type of foods can offer you for its nutrition value and things like that. So, hey, we're going to take a break, pay a few bills around here, and come on back. We'll be back with the restaurant reports, and thanks a lot.
Tune in to Chamber Chat with your host, Courtney Galley and Samantha Good, with the Conroe, Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce, every first Tuesday of the month at 11 a.m. I'm one of your hosts, Courtney Galley. Samantha and I will chat about the Conroe Chamber's upcoming events and programs for the month. Relax with a cup of joe or your favorite drink for Chamber Chat.
Did you know there are more than 790 abused and neglected children currently in foster care in Montgomery County? Will you help make a difference? I'm Allie Stevens with Casa Child Advocates of Montgomery County. We train and support volunteers to be the voice of children in the foster care system. Kids removed from their home because of abuse and neglect, and we need volunteers just like you to advocate for these children. To learn more about becoming an advocate, please visit CasaSpeaksForKids.com. That's CasaSpeaksForKids.com.
I'm Lieutenant Bob Berry with the Conroe Police Department, reminding you that texting and talking on the phone while driving are not only dangerous, but also illegal in school zones and other posted areas. Drive safely and alert.
Hello, Montgomery County. I'm Rachel Baldwin with Special Olympics Texas Area 6. Are you a fan of courage? Are you a fan of determination? Are you a fan of acceptance, grace, and skill? Then you're already a fan of Special Olympics. Make it official. Volunteer, coach, and/or compete and be a fan of dignity and acceptance. The dedication of our Special Olympics Texas volunteers provides mainstreaming experiences for athletes with intellectual disabilities. You will touch the heart of another person, and it will move you in a meaningful way that lifts the spirit. Please visit the Heart of East Texas Area 6 webpage at www.sotx.org. Also, like us on Facebook to be a fan and be part of Special Olympics Texas.
All right, welcome back to the Health Hour. This is Mike Sasser, your host, and we are right here live Wednesday afternoon on Lone Star Internet Radio, Conroe, Texas. And I would like to, we're going to jump into the restaurant reports here, but you know what? Hey, this is exciting. Check this out. I got a text from my sister, and she is listening to us. She is there in Pineville, Louisiana. Michelle. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? My sister. And so, you know, that's what's so cool about this being on the internet is people could literally be listening anywhere. I mean, it's just that's you know, if you got an internet connection, you can listen to the Health Hour right here on Lone Star Internet Radio every week. Wednesday. Yeah, we're plugging it. Okay, Michelle, glad you're listening. Hope you enjoy the show, and appreciate you texting me and letting me know. All right, getting into the restaurant reports, and again, these are the Montgomery County health inspection reports, and these are fairly recent. I get these every Friday. They'll send them to me. Had to put in a kind of a special request to do that or to get these, but it's kind of cool. I always like to start off with a positive and give a pat on the back to those restaurants in the area that are doing a good job with no issues, no demerits as they note them or call them here on these reports. So. Let's jump into it, and being that the crawfish season is right around the corner, I have Crawfish Shack, and this is on FM 1774 in Magnolia, and they were inspected on February 12th, and they had no demerits, no issues, no problems whatsoever. So that's a good thing. And like I said, man, crawfish season, you can almost get them year round, but with this kind of weather and March, April coming, man, you could just really, that's when true crawfish season, and being that I'm from Louisiana originally, true crawfish season is April and May, and so that's something I look forward to every year. Okay, Golden China here on 45 North in Spring. They were inspected on February 16th, and they had no issues, no demerits, and clean bill of health. So, Golden China, good job. Mario's Mexican Restaurant, that is located on Rayford Road, and they're in Spring, and they were also inspected on 2/16 with no issues, no demerits. And as I get these, it really brings to my attention, I guess, is how big Montgomery County is, and how many restaurants there are out there. I mean, hats off to these inspectors that are out there. There's a lot to cover. Pizza Hut, and that's on College Park Drive in Conroe. No demerits. They were inspected on February 12th, 2016, of course. And here's another pizza place, Domino's Pizza, and must be right down the road. That's College Park as well. And they were inspected on, had an inspection 2/12/16 with no demerits, no marks, no problems whatsoever. Here's a Subway, and this is on Alden Bridge. And I have to admit, I guess I'm kind of a Subway guy. When I'm traveling and that's definitely one restaurant you can find or sandwich shop you can find just about anywhere you go. Matter of fact, practically on any exit ramp in America, I believe. But this Subway in Alden Bridge on Research Forest, they were inspected on February 11th, and they had no demerits and a good report here. So, this, I tell you, Chick-fil-A, this one is on College Park and in the Woodlands, and they were inspected on 2/11/16, and I don't think I've ever, passed by Chick-fil-A when it didn't have a line around the drive-through and a crowd in the parking lot. I mean, those places are just always busy. And anyway, they came out with zero demerits and a good, clean inspection report. So good job, Chick-fil-A. Also, the Dairy Queen. This Dairy Queen is on Fraser and here in Conroe. They were inspected on February 16th. They had no write-ups, no demerits, and good clean bill of health. And by the way, you might want to say, well, or you might be asking, Mike, well, why are you covering all these kind of fast food places and things like that on a show called The Health Hour? Well, the truth is we do eat at these places from time to time, and these are restaurants that that they're out there inspecting, and so I think it's fair to say that if they're doing a good job, then let's give them a pat on the back. And then the last one on the good list, if you will, is Taco Cabana, and that is on Loop 336 here in Conroe, Texas. And man, they have some great commercials, by the way. It really does make me want to go check that place out. They were inspected on February 12th of 2016, and again, no demerits, no write-ups. Very good inspection report here, and so good job to those guys. I tell you what, let's give them a hand. I think all those restaurants did a good job. What we're going to do is we're going to take another break, and when we come back, let's check on some restaurants that maybe needs a little bit of work. So come on back.
Heaven's Army of Resources and Recreation Center is a 501c3 nonprofit organization featuring a 10,000 square foot building located at 19325 FM 1485 West, New Caney, Texas. At Heaven's Army, we offer over 26 different services free for all ages, from karate, dance, drug and alcohol classes, anger management, parenting, food and clothing pantries, to just name a few. We are supported solely by volunteers and private donations. Our main mission is to glorify God in all that we do. At Heaven's Army, we strive to be a hand up, not a handout. Come check us out at 19325 FM 1485 West, New Caney, Texas, or call for more information at 281-689-5864. You may also learn more about Heaven's Army by visiting our website at heavensarmyofresources.com.
All right, welcome back to the Health Hour. This is Mike Sasser, your host. Welcome Wednesday afternoon. I tell you, man, this time is flying. We are in the middle of the restaurant reports here, and we just went through the good ones. And by the way, if you missed that, this show is on podcast. You can go to irlongstar.com, and these podcasts will be made available, and you can kick back and listen to the show just about any time you like, anywhere you like, and that's what's really cool about all of this. So, all right, let's talk about some of the restaurants that had some recent inspections by the health inspectors, and maybe had one or two things they needed to check out there. So, looking at Lucky Cafe, and this is on Glen Losh in the Woodlands, and a Vietnamese place. They were inspected on 2/16. They have a total of 7 demerits here. Now that's just kind of a point score that they have, but basically it looks like they had some raw meat and some produce that was stored close together, so it's a cross-contamination type thing. I'm sure they corrected that. And it looks like they needed some towels near one of the hand wash facilities. So, and by the way, I'm not beating these restaurants up. These are just some things that were there while the inspector was there. And, again, this is good for everyone's health. And the inspectors are not, out there to to beat them down as well. It's just in the best interest for everyone. So Brew Wing Sports and Grill, they're located on Highway 59 over in Kingwood, and they had 3 demerits, and looks like they had a hand wash sink that had a little leak there by the office that you need to take care of. Not too bad a deal there. Sure that's been taken care of. And then Ryan's Steakhouse, and that is on Loop 336 here in Conroe. They were inspected on February 16th, 2016, and it looks like they have 3 demerits marked, and it says, let's see, hand wash facilities. Basically, they had a hand wash facility that looks like it was maybe blocked, had some boxes in front of the sink or something. So, again, just basically moving some boxes there out of the way. Waffle House, and this is on a South Loop 336, and inspected on 2/12. They had 6 demerits mentioned here, and looks like they needed some towels at the hand wash sink in the back. And then also, it looks like they needed to provide a thermometer for one of the coolers there. It looks like so. Just a couple things to take care of. La Flor Mexicana Restaurant, and that is on Mill in Conroe, Texas. Inspected on 2/16 of 2016. Have 10 demerits listed here, and let's see, gloves must be worn, and that was under the cross-contamination. Also, it says hand wash facilities. Looks like they needed some soap at the hand wash sink in the back. And then the other is food contact surface of equipment. Needs to be, looks like the ice machine needed some cleaning. So just a few things there to take care of. Let's see, Hertz Chicken Buffet, and that is on West Davis here in Conroe. February 16th was the date that they were inspected, and they don't have the actual number of demerits here, but just has a listing of hand wash facilities. It says hand sink by the fryers. Looks like they needed some towels there. So as you can see, these are not I guess you would say showstoppers or something to shut the doors or anything, but just some things that these places need to take care of. And looking at the last one here, Incredible Pizza Company. This is on Loop 336 here in Conroe, Texas. They were inspected on February 12th, 2016. And they have 3 demerits listed here, and again, that's just a scoring system. Doesn't mean they have 3 issues or 3 problems. It's just kind of a scoring system that the health inspectors use. Actually, the only thing that's marked here is no evidence. Let's see. It says droppings near dry goods. So it looks like they. Maybe need a little bit of pest control or something going on there. But anyway, hey, like I said, these guys work on that kind of stuff every week, get it right. And so that's it for the health report inspections. And come on back, and we'll get back into the next segment here. So come on back.
Doing business since 1985, Assistance League of Montgomery County is a nonprofit, all-volunteer organization where all proceeds stay in Montgomery County. We are proud to sponsor 10 philanthropic programs that enhance the lives of those in our community. Visit our thrift shop at 126 North San Jacinto Street in downtown Conroe, or call us at 936-760-1151. Don't forget to like us on Facebook.
You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio here at irlonestar.com, soon to be Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1 with the Health Hour every Wednesday at 1 p.m. We do the traffic at the bottom of the hour at 1:32 right now. So let's start with traffic. It is good to go on I-45 all the way northbound to New Waverly from Spring and southbound all the way through Conroe. I do not see any accidents or incidents anywhere else on 242, 1488, but I do see one heading eastbound on 105 right there at the corner of the lake right before McCaleb Road. When that develops into something, we'll update you soon. I just want to remind people, coming up next is the Michael Player Show, local musicians. He'll have the gig guide, I believe, today. So that means if you're looking for something to do this weekend, live music-wise, he's going to have the information for you. Weather in the Montgomery County area, it's been kind of windy, folks. We're getting reports that the winds will reach as high as 30 miles an hour. So please be careful when you're on the road and everywhere else around the county. Right now it's 58 degrees outside. Humidity is around 35%. This afternoon will be all sunny with a high of 58, and later tonight will be clear, the low around 34 again. Winds as high as 30 miles an hour. We're going to get back to the Health Hour here on Lone Star Community Radio. Stick around. Just to remind folks, too, is these shows are podcasted on OurLoneStar.com, on our SoundCloud and YouTube. Coming up next, we'll get back with Mike with the Health Hour.
I'm Lieutenant Bob Berry with the Conroe Police Department, reminding you that drinking and driving do not mix. Drinking and driving causes an alcohol-related fatality every hour in the United States. Stay sober and stay alive.
Hello, I'm Bonita DeRosa, Animal Control Officer for the City of Willis. We invite you to tune in to Lone Star Internet Radio every first and third Thursday of the month at 11 a.m. for the Willis Hour. On the first Thursday of the month, the Willis Hour will be covering upcoming events and news about the city. Join in the conversation with your city officials and other leaders in the community. On the third, we will be doing a recap of the last City Council meeting. The mission of the City of Willis is to provide high-quality services, accountability, and professional commitment to our citizens. We pledge to provide those who live, work, and visit our city an effective government that is open and responsive to the needs and values of the community. Again, we invite you to tune in on Lone Star Internet Radio every first and third Thursday of the month at 11 for the Willis Hour.
Hello, and welcome back to the Health Hour. I'm Mike Sasser, your host, and like I said, this is a weekly show. It's live, and it's every Wednesday at 1 p.m., and I'd like to invite you to be a part of the show. You can call in at 936-647-3776. You can go to my website, which is www.mikesasser.com, and I have a Contact Mike page on there, and it has my email, it has my Facebook, it has my Twitter account, so you can call in, or you can go there and send me your questions. You can send me your comments. I would love to hear from you. As well, if you're in the health industry, or you have something you may like to promote that's health-wise local here in Montgomery County, I can certainly we can look at having you as a guest on the show, and that could be pretty exciting as well. As Dick mentioned, these shows are podcast on Lone Star Internet Radio, so you can go to their website at www.irlongstar.com and pick up on this show if you missed it, or any of the great shows that are here on Lone Star Internet Radio. So anyway, let's get back into the show, and excuse me. The next thing I'd like to talk about, this is one of the reasons we put this show on Wednesdays, is the weekly grocery store ads. They usually come out on Wednesdays, and they're usually from week to week. So like the ads that we are talking about today, the sales papers, they just came out really today, this morning. Many of the grocery stores, you can usually find these sales papers in the front part of the store when you walk in. You can find a lot of them on the internet as well, especially your bigger grocery stores like your H-E-B's, your Kroger. Those stores, you can go online, you can look up the weekly ads and see what's on sale. Just a couple of tips that I have in my book, as well as you pick up on the internet. But you're going to save some money when you spend a little bit of time before you go grocery shopping. Everybody's always heard, don't go grocery shopping when you're hungry, and believe me, I've done this before. You go to the grocery store, you're hungry, and you don't have a list, you're unorganized, and man, next thing you know, you went in there for a couple of things, and you come out with a buggy full of stuff that you didn't have any idea of what you bought it for. But so spend a little time, spend a little prep time, and make you a list. Check out these weekly ads. They really can save you some money, and you can find a lot of good specials on there. I kept it local this week. I live here in Montgomery County on Lake Conroe, and there's a little place here in Willis called Willis Supermarket, and this is a local grocery store. I shop at the big grocery stores like everybody else, but there's certain things that I really like to go and check out in the local grocery stores, and it's just kind of a neat atmosphere, a little smaller, maybe a little more personal, and it's kind of cool. But anyway, Willis Supermarket, and that's there on basically on old Highway 75 there in Willis. Looking at their ad, and I was just in there earlier today. They have, and I always kind of start with produce, and because I like to see what kind of again, some of these superfoods you can catch them on sale. It's a lot of people think, well, it costs it's cost extra to eat healthy. It costs all these superfoods and everything you hear that is expensive. But believe it or not, you can find a lot of these foods on sale, especially when they are in season. So looking at the Willis Supermarket ad here, I see they have large mangoes, $3-4. Mangoes are in season. That is a good fruit, and you can use mangoes for cooking. You can use mangoes for a lot of things. You can just eat them just like straight up. Another one of that was on our superfoods list earlier was strawberries, and they have a special on strawberries here. Looks like sweet strawberries, and strawberries is another one of those berries that have a lot of nutritional benefits to it, antioxidants, and I did not know this, and it seems like that it doesn't make sense, but did you know that strawberries could help you whiten your teeth? Saw that not long ago on one of these shows, or read it somewhere, but it has this acid or what that you can actually can whiten your teeth with strawberries. So you might want to Google that. I don't have all the details here, but it was something that I saw not long ago. Red plums, they have red plums on sale. Again, a lot of your seasonal type fruits and vegetables and things. Green limes, $13 for $1. I mean, that I don't know, sounds like a pretty good deal to me. And say, well, not necessarily going to eat green limes, but you know what? You can use use limes or lime juice, freshly squeezed lime juice. Makes a great topping for a salad. You can also infuse, water. You say you drink a lot of water and hydrate, and that's good for you. But it sometimes can become boring just drinking plain water all day long. So you can use things like limes, lemons, oranges, anything like that. You can use to infuse your water, kind of add some flavor to it and make it better. They have red beans for sale here too, and again, that's another one of the superfoods that was on the list. And let me tell you a little bit about what my experience has been, and I share this in my book. But again, when you're buying canned beans, and it could be kidney beans, black beans, any type of white beans, any type of beans, if they're canned, you want to really be aware of the amount of sodium that's in it. And like I said earlier in the broadcast, if if it has any kind of sauce in it, or like pork and beans and stuff like that, chances are it's going to have quite a bit of sugar in it as well. But let me tell you a little secret about beans, because you can buy the dry beans, and if you wanted to go this is like the very best as far as trying to cut down on sodium and sugar and that type of stuff. You can buy the dry beans, soak them overnight, and then cook them, and that way you know exactly. Basically, there's little to no sodium in it, and little to no sugar. You're adding your own ingredients to your beans. But what I found is some of the beans, variety of beans out there, they come with little salt or reduced sodium, no salt added. You want to look for that. Again, I'm talking about canned beans. When I get these beans home and open that can, I will take a sifter, and even if they are low sodium, a can of low sodium beans, I will still run some cold water over them, and kind of wash them down a little bit before I cook them or heat them or add them into whatever I'm putting them in, and that way, again, you're cutting down that amount of sodium, because I don't want to go off into a whole nother part of the nutrition values and stuff, but basically Americans are eating 4 to 5 times the amount of sodium that they need every day, than what's recommended, and honestly, that's what's causing a lot of health issues in America and in other places as well. So, hey, that's a quick little take on beans, and looking at the get back to the ads here. I like red meats, chickens, protein, if you will, and I have found that if you buy it in family size packs, you can break it down, you can freeze it. Usually, a lot of times, I will go ahead and season it. I will marinate it, and just let me touch on that for a second. Marinades, again, read labels. Let me just say it like this: read nutrition labels, read nutrition labels, read nutrition labels. Know what's in the foods that you're eating. If you do nothing else, read the nutrition labels, okay? But in your marinades and stuff, again, watch out for sodium, watch out for sugar, high amounts of sugar. But literally, I will go and I'll marinate the meats and stuff before I freeze them, and then once when you freeze them and they're thawing out, well then all that marinade, all that all them juices, they're all getting into it. So you can kind of stretch your food dollars that way, and get more meals, get more meals for the buck. So just like I said, looking at the ad here, there's some chicken on sale. People ask me sometimes, they say, well, what about all the organic and free range chicken and stuff? And if you're buying small quantities, I would say that's good. But honestly, sometimes I don't worry too much about that. I will I'll buy the family pack, and most of the time I'm grilling chicken and stuff like that. So cooking it over a grill, you're cooking out some of that type of stuff, and organic. We're gonna do that on another show, but we'll get into the organic versus non-organic, and just some of the thoughts on that. But anyway, again, every Wednesday, check out your grocery ads and see what's on sale, see what's healthy for you and your family, and make a list and save a little money. So, going to take another break and come back, and we're going to wrap up the show with the benefits of walking. So, come on back.
I'm Lieutenant Bob Berry with the Conroe Police Department, reminding you that texting and talking on the phone while driving are not only dangerous, but also illegal in school zones and other posted areas. Drive safely and alert.
Doing business since 1985, Assistance League of Montgomery County is a nonprofit, all-volunteer organization where all proceeds stay in Montgomery County. Through our Operation School Bell program, we have provided new clothes to over 50,000 students in our county. Visit our thrift shop at 126 North San Jacinto Street in downtown Conroe or call us at 936-760-1151. Don't forget to like us on Facebook.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has been dedicated to educating Texans for over a century. In 1915, the Extension Program was established under the federal Smith-Lever Act to deliver university knowledge and agricultural research findings directly to the people. Ever since, AgriLife Extension programs have addressed the emerging issues of the day, serving diverse populations across the state. Texans turn to Extension for solutions in horticulture, agriculture, 4-H and youth, and family and consumer sciences. Extension agents respond not only with answers, but also with resources and services that result in significant returns on investment to boost the economy. Join us Fridays at 1 o'clock for the AgriLife Extension Hour.
SPCA PetSnap of Montgomery County is a 501c3 all-volunteer-based rescue and adoption organization with a no-kill policy for healthy and adoptable animals. Our goals are fourfold: to rescue and rehabilitate homeless animals, to provide a safe haven for the animals until a suitable adoption or foster care home is found or until they are reunited with their owner, to educate the public about the great need to reduce pet population, which includes the importance of having their pets spayed and neutered, and to further the cause for humane and responsible pet ownership, and to provide a low-cost spay-neuter clinic for people who are unable to afford to spay or neuter their pets otherwise. SPCA PetSnap of Montgomery County encourages you to think adoption first. You can contact us at www.spcaofmc.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Health Hour. Mike Sasser, your host. And, man, I tell you what, this hour just seems to fly for me. I hope you're enjoying the show. If you haven't, if you're just tuning in or you missed the show, by all means, catch us on our podcast here on Internet Radio, Lone Star Internet Radio at irlongstar.com. You can catch all the shows, the past shows. So I want to talk a little bit about the benefits of walking. And again, I'm Mike Sasser. I always had weight issues in my life, and a year and a half ago, I decided to do it all naturally with no pills, no diets, no expensive gym memberships. So I lost the weight. I've kept it off, and I wrote a book about it. It's called Simple, Inexpensive, and Painless Weight Loss. It's on Amazon, on my website at mikesasser.com. And but anyway, something that I think is very important is a lot of exercise, activities and things like that out there are centered around going to the gym, and by no means is that a bad thing at all. I'm not downplaying that whatsoever, because I didn't like the word exercise, to be honest with you. So I changed out the word exercise for activity. And then I began to think of things I like to do. And one of the things that in my research for my book and reading and something that just I enjoyed doing was walking. And so I looked up the benefits of walking, because it really helped me. And honestly, that is what set me on the road to weight loss, and especially to maintain the weight loss, which I had never done in my life. I'd always yo-yoed. I'd always, lost the weight, and then it would come right back as soon as I quit taking the pills or quit working out on the equipment or whatever it was. But I continue to walk to this day, and I've done that now for over a year and a half, almost 2 years, and it's worked for me. Some of the benefits, though, is to maintain, to manage your weight just simply by walking. And you say, well, I don't have 45 minutes a day to walk, but you know what? You can you can incorporate walking into your day just about anywhere. You can walk around the office. You can walk, again, you park at the grocery stores, park a little bit further away, weather permitting. Put in a few extra steps, walk the dog, walk the kids, just fit some extra steps into your day. And you'll see a big difference. Walking can get blood pressure in line, and obesity is a big contributor to high blood pressure, and losing some weight, getting it off, and walking is a good way to keep your blood pressure in check. By the way, I'm looking at a website here. It's www.everydayhealth.com, and they have 10 benefits of walking. But I have a lot of this in my book as well, because it's not just something that I looked up. It's something that I actually done. It's my my personal story. So that's why I really feel passionate about it, and that's why I want to share it with you. The other benefits about walking is, you get out, especially on a beautiful day like today. I plug in some nice music, and you can just kind of get away, kind of unplug a little bit, for the day there, which makes it really nice. And by the way, when you're out walking, I have some friends that just the other day had one of my friends. She said I'm going to start walking, but I need to go buy me one of these fancy gadgets that keeps this count with my steps and stuff. And these things are like $100, $150, maybe even more. I don't know. I said, do you really need that? I said, find a place that you can walk. And, whether it's laps, whether you're walking, say, a walking path in a park like what I do, or let's say you're walking around the block, just time yourself or count the number of laps. I guess what I'm trying to say is you don't have to go out and spend a whole lot of money to be healthy, to be fit, and to lose weight for that matter. It really is simple, inexpensive, and painless. You can make it that way. So, you know what? I tell you what, we're kind of getting close to the end of the show here. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. And by the way, we are a new show. If you'd like to talk to me about being a sponsor or maybe running some ads, feel free to get in touch with me at my website's probably the best, MikeSasser.com. You can also contact the radio station here, Lone Star Internet Radio. Talk with Dick. He's the man in charge, the man behind the scene, the man at the controls that keeps me on the air. So until next week, we'll catch you. And hey, have a safe week, have a healthy week, and thanks for listening.